We have the different types of aggression, but there's the ultimate aggression that you found. You found some stories on the ultimate aggression. Can you go over those? Okay, so let's go back to the studies and the research that you did. So we have the different types of aggression, but you found some stories on the ultimate aggression. Can you go over those?
Yeah, so there's been a couple of dentists that have been killed in the dental office. There was the case last year. It's hard to tell the story here without getting choked up because, it's been over a year, but, it was a friend of mine. There were two dentists that were shot and killed in Tyler, Texas that had an encounter with a patient that was unhappy with the outcomes, something issue related to a denture. Yeah, the patient evidently wanted to keep the denture, but also get it fully reimbursed by the dentist. The negotiations didn't go well. The patient went out to his vehicle, grabbed a handgun, went back into practice, and the dentist engaged him at the doorway in an effort to stave off a situation there, and things went south very quickly. As the staff was vacating the dental practice, the patient shot and killed both the dentist.
And can you imagine, the staff, everybody's scared, but everybody at the same time is rushing to help. And, you've got patients rolling around in there too. They're probably terrified. So there's a whole bunch of different, pure chaos, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just pure chaos. So do you know much about the aftermath of it? Meaning, like, how did the staff handle, like, the weeks after? How did that go? Do you know?
I'm not exactly sure. I didn't keep up with the staff in that situation there, but, I don't know, strange irony. I actually worked with that practice just a few months before that happened. I had met a lot of the staff that were there, and boy, there's no question that was a traumatic event for them. From what I understand, that office is closed today. They'd never reopened that office. But I imagine for some of the staff, there's probably no way they're going back to dentistry. Just think of that loss of talent there, let alone, the two lives that were lost in that case there, but the number of lives that were changed. Death and tragedy and violence just, it changes so many things, and not just for the people that are gone.
So I was just at the Southwest Dental Conference, and I know one of the questions I asked, because this came up, the whole workplace violence, and we brought up the two dentists and their names again, Duane, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Dr. Jack Burrows and Dr. Blake Sinclair.
Okay. All right. So we just want to make sure that their names are heard, and we have one other name we'll discuss in a second. So I brought up this incident, and about half the room, and this is in Texas, in Dallas, half the room had not heard of the issue, and probably because they're brand new, or they're just not paying attention to the news, and whatever the reason is, but they knew. And so it became a talking point. But the one thing that I asked was, has anybody heard any updates on the case? And there have been, according to the audience, there really hasn't been any movement in the case. Are you aware of any movement?
Yeah, so the murderer was apprehended that afternoon, his parents' residence in Tyler, and was charged with capital murder. So as far as I'm aware, the case is still pending to go to trial.
My goodness. I always wonder why these things take so long. Would you like to hear more? Follow the link for the full episode.